Welcome back to the Premier League 2015. We are in the fourth round and we are looking at the match between DoMiNaToR and HerB. See, at the bottom position we have HerB with the China Vanilla, and here at the top position we have none other than DoMiNaToR. DoMiNaToR with the Stealth General. So HerB here with a army disadvantage. China Vanilla, not the best army at all, but let's see what's he doing about it. He's going for the 2 supply centers, and I expect a war factory and a barracks and some listening outposts. Here by the Stealth General we are going to see a standard build war factory, barracks, that's it, and some terrorists. By the way, there are no cars on this map. Those cars are edited out, and yeah. So there's the terrorist running there to the bottom right, and we can see 2 war factories by HerB. And maybe some dragon tanks. So he's not going for barracks, but 2 war factories. Tunnel secured the 2nd supply, and the terrorist dangerously coming close to this dozer. But there's this dragon, and the terrorist is detonating the dragon. Because that's the bad thing about toasting a terrorist, he will blow up. It's the same like toasting a rocket. It will blow up. Don't do this. Especially not on New Year's Eve. Not a good idea. Okay, so dragon coming in from the left, and we have a terror attack there, which got stopped by a listening outpost. The tank hunters survived this, and this worker is toast. Running around there in flames, being burned to death, and dragon tank coming dangerously close to the 2nd supply, but DoMiNaToR is well prepared for this, and he has his tunnel up there. DoMiNaToR securing the middle now with a 2nd tunnel, and he's destroying this dragon now with ease. No problem at all. A bit of flame wave there, but that was really no big threat there for DoMiNaToR. Tunnel also going up here on the right flank, covered up by a 2nd tunnel in behind, and we have a little pop out here. Many dragon tanks by HerB, and this could be a nice flame wave, but the quad cannons are driving away, but those 2 are taking a bit damage. Gatling coming in and getting 1 quad cannon. But that's it. Dragon been taken out, and yep. Another dragon coming in from the right, flaming some RPGs. And worker, brave as he is, repairing the garage, the building, whatever it is. So DoMiNaToR relying heavily on quad cannons, but that's the only smart thing he can do, because he is Stealth General and he can only build those quads. No Marauders, no Scorpions. He could also go for Jeeps, but going for quads is a smart decision. That building is gone now, and we have another tunnel by DoMiNaToR. So DoMiNaToR heavily securing the right flank, and he is now going for the oil grab. On the left side we can see a bunker going up by HerB. Oh, 3 dragon tanks there in the middle. They all want to toast those quad cannons, and they are going to do so. Lots of destruction there. I think they got 3 quad cannons. But HerB lost all 3 dragon tanks. Not the best trade-off at all. Those quad cannons will be wasted. Losing 2 quad cannons there, and even a 3rd one. Wow, DoMiNaToR lost so many quads in this attack. I think the last pop out was not worth it. Supply center going up there in the middle for HerB, and we can see that HerB is going to take over the middle now with his strong force. Now would also be a good time to go for a propaganda center, but he's not doing so. Instead he's going for an airfield, which is also a good decision. No oil grab though. But I think he will capture the oils with Black Lotus. We can see at the same time DoMiNaToR is advancing here at the right side, while HerB is applying pressure in the middle. This barracks will be gone in no time, but DoMiNaToR selling it in time and getting back 250 cash. Speaking of cash, we have 1,800 for DoMiNaToR, and we have 900 for HerB. HerB has sitting on 22 units and DoMiNaToR on 30 units. So DoMiNaToR has more units. The dragon tanks are moving towards the base, but I think they will be stopped in no time now. Once this army is traveling all the way up to the main base. But they are traveling to the oil derrick, but both the dragon tanks have been stopped. And the oil derrick survived. Security tunnel going up there at the right side to protect the right side of the middle. And looks like HerB will go for the second supply center here very soon. He has the middle under his control. Oh, here big quad attack from the left, but there's this one bunker. And I think this one bunker will hold off some of the quads. But no, only one quad. That's it. Airfield in danger. And HerB needs to move all of his units to the left flank. He doesn't have the chain gun upgrade. This would have helped him a lot in this battle, because the chain gun upgrade is pretty awesome. You can also see that HerB wanted to go for the oil derrick, but didn't succeed, and now the oil derrick is gone. No oil for HerB. DoMiNaToR now moving in with all his squads, but running into a bad position there. But realizing it early enough and getting away with only losing one quad cannon. Let's hope he's not losing the 3-star quad, because this would be a very big loss. Gatling's chasing away those quads, and now we are getting a big clash there between the quads and the Gatlings, which the quads are going to win because they are more in the count. But the Gatlings putting in a good fight and demolishing a good amount of quad cannons. But in the end, DoMiNaToR won this fight and can now scrap up his quad cannons. There's one junk left, but looks like he doesn't want it. In the meantime, the dragon tank destroyed a few buildings there, but that's it. Quads now coming in to destroy the rest of the buildings and then go over to finish off those supply trucks. Supply trucks driving away and the HerB saving those. Meanwhile, a dragon on the right side destroying those tunnels, but being picked off there easily by the quads there, which are coming out of the tunnel. Okay. Bunker went up in the middle, and this is not the best decision to move in here with all the quads, and DoMiNaToR realizes it and goes back into the tunnel to search for a better place to engage. HerB now building up his second supply. And quad's been popped out again to finish off this bunker. Man, DoMiNaToR really doesn't like buildings. So does HerB. Both players seem to dislike buildings, but it's understandable. Okay, so a command center going up there for DoMiNaToR, and he's pumping out units out of 2 arms dealers. On the other side we have HerB with the rebuilt airfield, but no propaganda center yet. Also no palace yet. Both players dislike the tech, it looks like. Wow, too busy to go for the tech. I don't know. Supply center gone. And also lots of Gatling tanks been smashed into pieces. But HerB is still looking good with his 3 supply centers and all of his tanks. Considering that he has the army disadvantage, he is doing pretty good. Losing 2 quads there to this bunker. This was not good at all. Many tunnels going up there on the left by DoMiNaToR, and more dragons coming in, but being finished off there by the quads. Still no palace in sight. and we now have a quad engagement from the right to finish off those supply trucks. Very good move to cripple the income of the China player, who is now building a command center at the front line. Wow. Also going for a helix against quads only. I kind of disagree with this strategy, but HerB is the pro player, so he knows what he is doing. But going for a helix against quads only? Not sure. This bomber really doesn't have the chance at all, and this oil rig is going to target, I think, the supply or the arms dealer. Anyway, it's not going to do any damage at all, like we could see. Like we were able to see, I mean. Supply center gone, and we have some Gatlings moving in, but the tunnels here are enough to stop this attack. So many quad cannons. Dominator sitting on 244 units, HerB on 27 and 1000 cash. Luckily for Dominator there are no mines, so Dominator can just drive through and finish everything off what is in the way. There are no overlord tanks by HerB. HerB now tries it with his helix, but he will only be able to finish off those tunnels, and that's it. Also his base is going to get destroyed there now, and HerB pressing the surrender button. This means that Dominator getting one win in the first match, and HerB lost it, but he did put up a good fight with his China vanilla. I really liked his effort, but not going for a propaganda center was a mistake, I think. So no Lotus could go out, and no overlords were in production, so I think only going for Gatlings against a player who's only going for quads and no palace at all. Only Gatlings wasn't the best choice, and even if he went only Gatlings and dragon tanks, a bit of upgrades would have been good. For example, the chain gun upgrade for all those Gatlings, or the black napalm upgrade for those dragons, would have been a good choice, I think. But anyway, this was the first game, and yeah, let's move over to the next one. And by the way, both players collected an even amount of cash. That's pretty good. In the next match we have Alpine Assault. A nuke general spawning on the bottom side by HerB. And we have a demolition general for Dominator. So Dominator getting again a GLA player. But this time he can go for Scorpions and Marauders. And against the nuke general, I think we are going to see Marauder tanks and on the China side we are going to see some helixes to counter the Marauders. That's normally what happens in a GLA versus nuke matchup. But let's see what those two players have in mind. Dominator going for the map control, like most of the GLA players are going to do. And he will place down the tunnel there and the supply stage there on the right side, I think. Also a car coming in here, which was hijacked by a terrorist and a dozer, but blown up. But the supply center cancelled in time. So HerB only on one dozer left, who's going for the oil grab by the looks of it. Another car being hijacked, and I think we are going to see the second dozer being smashed. But the car is chasing the Battlemaster, and the Battlemaster stopping this hijacked car. Redguard standing here and will not be able to capture the oil derrick because of this tunnel there next to it. And bunker been secured. So the left and the right supply under the control of the GLA player. I don't see any way for the China player to take back one of the two supplies there. HerB now ready to capture 2 of the 4 oil directs on this map, and we can see a Battlemaster coming through but doing absolutely no damage at all. DoMiNaToR not going to scrap up his quad cannons, which is surprising. Early propaganda center for HerB. He wants to go for the overlord tanks this time. And this seems to be the best choice because he needs to do something. He is a bit behind, but only a bit, because he has captured 2 Eldricks and this will not put him behind with the income. I would say both players are equal with the income. But considering that DoMiNaToR only has 2 supply stages, I would say HerB is just a bit ahead with the income. But only a bit. Okay, so HerB now tries it here with the second supply. He wants to take it back, but trying it with a poor engagement, only 1 Battlemaster and 1 Dragon on the left side. That is clearly not enough, and we are now going to see some overlord tanks. And why is he going for 2 barracks? That's a question which I cannot answer, but seems like HerB has some good strategy in mind, although I completely disagree with 2 barracks here. There's no reason why you should go for 2 barracks. Battlemaster did absolutely no damage, and the quad can just easily heal itself up into the tunnel, which is not going to happen. What is this quad doing? Why is he driving back? Maybe a misclick? And here's the big overlord tank now crushing this tunnel. And I think this should be the green light for DoMiNaToR to go for the palace now. He's now finishing off 1 barracks there. And running with a barricade to the bottom right to build up a sneaky tunnel there. Black Lotus in the meantime capturing the Oilderic. And I hope DoMiNaToR is going for the palace, and yes, he is doing so. This is the best decision to do, because then he can build German Cal and rocket buggies, which are needed against overlord tanks and ECMs. So the tunnel survived. Don't know why HerB didn't finish this one off. Oh, terrorists being dropped there and detonating the overlord tank and the ECM. This was a really good move there by DoMiNaToR to finish off this early overlord tank plus ECM. Best choice ever. And we have a rebel here capturing the Oilderic of HerB. I think we are also going to see the same thing there on the bottom right. Oilderic being finished off there by this 1 RPG, and the tunnel is up again. But there is no supply stash at all, so DoMiNaToR really should place down the supply stash here to boost up his economy. Another overlord tank plus an ECM tank incoming, but I think we are now going to see some German Cal action within the next few seconds. There's also a fake arms dealer going up on the right side. And now the palace is finished, and now we are going to see some German Cal action. This arms dealer is gone somehow. Maybe Lotus captured it and I missed the action. I'm not sure what happened to this arms dealer. Just Oilderic there at the bottom right has been destroyed. I completely disagree with this. Rebel would have been enough to capture the oil. Instead he's just destroying it. And I think German Cal is out by now. No. 500 cash for DoMiNaToR. Oh, and there's German Cal. Also a helix there by HerB. So German Cal now sniping the Overlord, and DoMiNaToR getting a free Overlord deck. ECM tries to stop this, but no chance at all. And there's the free Overlord tank for the GLA player. Tunnel still in the hole mode. HerB has some problems with destroying this tunnel, but now it's completely gone. Finally. And still no supply stash inside here on the left side. Tunnel going up there, and HerB should clearly see this. He's somehow ignoring it. I mean, he clearly sees this. And now the tunnel is finished and the Overlord tank can get out there. Now the Helixes are still not spotting it. Now they should spot it. But now it's too late and the Helix is going down. And that's the GG. HerB losing it. So, power gone. Propaganda center will be gone in no time. And that's the GG. Well played by DoMiNaToR. But the supply stash here was needed. Don't know why he didn't build it there, but anyway, he won the game. And this means that DoMiNaToR gets another win. So this means he has 2 wins and HerB does have 0. We can see that both players again collected an equal amount of supplies. And both players lost an equal amount of buildings and destroyed an equal amount of buildings. The next map is called Leipzig Lowlands. And my personal opinion about this map? It sucks. It sucks balls. We have HerB with GLA Vanilla. And we have DoMiNaToR with an Infantry General. What I don't like about this map is that the second supply center is so far away. I mean, just look at this. That's like a marathon to the second supply. What was EA thinking when creating this? I mean, this is impossible for a China or USA player to reach. A GLA player has it easy, they just build workers. But what is the China player and the USA player doing? I mean, the USA can build a chopper and then send a dozer to the second supply, but then still the supply will be exposed to enemy attacks, so this is what I completely dislike about this map. Also the free oil rigs there in the middle. GLA just goes there and build a tunnel, boom, secured. What does the China player do? They send a dragon tank to this place and can destroy the oil rigs, but that's it. So this map is really GLA favorite, and I think HerB is going to win this match because of this fact. But let's see. DoMiNaToR still is a heavy opponent, so he's not going to give HerB the win just so easily. We have a technical coming in and heading towards the base of DoMiNaToR, who did build a Helix, which is the best decision on this map. But I think the Jeep will run into the mines, and no, driving all the way around while the Helix is moving to the oil rigs to stop a capturing, which is not going to happen. Terrorists running into the mines, and now HerB knows that there are mines. Helix finishing off the tunnel and coming dangerously close to the base of HerB, who established a stinger site, so he was expecting something fishy, which means he put up a stinger site, and those 3 quads and the stinger are enough to stop this Helix. But the Helix will finish off the supply stash, not because there are quad cannons. So this Helix is completely useless, but it stopped the oil grab, which were not about to happen. So, technical coming in and spotting the second supply center. Releasing some RPGs, and those supply trucks will be gone in no time. And the Jeep can scrap itself up. But here is the Helix, and the Helix will stop this attack. Jeep tries to drive away, but being stopped there, and the attack has been denied. Another attack here now coming in from the top, and DoMiNaToR doesn't have anything to stop this attack. He only has this one Helix, but this one Helix is not going to be enough to stop all those RPGs and the quads. So it's the best decision of DoMiNaToR not to fly in here and just give up his base. That's the best what he can do. Also going for the oil grab now is a good decision because HerB completely fails in doing so. So Helix coming in and spotting that there is absolutely nothing to stop him, only this one stinger side, no pop out there by any quads because all the quads are at the top right position. So DoMiNaToR can stop this. Oh, what was this? Popping out this one quad there while a Helix is shooting on the tunnel? Wow. HerB has a lot of faith if he believes that this is going to succeed, popping out a quad while a Helix is shooting on it. Helix now releasing its troops and only one minigunner to capture the oils. Can see now a worker here building up a supply station. Smart decision by her to claim the main supply of DoMiNaToR. And now DoMiNaToR struggles a bit here to defend his second base. I think he will lose his war factory. He's sitting on 1,400 and HerB on 1,300. So DoMiNaToR will have a bit of trouble to rebuild his war factory. He's also losing now his reactor. War factory going up again, but reactor is gone and the listing outpost being stopped there by the RPGs. You can also see a little aggression here in the middle, the quad stopping this. No, I was just about to say. So lots of troops to stop this attack, and the quads need to drive away, but the damage has been done and DoMiNaToR heavily crippled. Quads finally destroying the oil derricks. And we can see a minigunner stopping this worker. No tunnel for you, HerB. So HerB sitting on 2 supplies and DoMiNaToR on only 1, but still has those 2 oil derricks, which are now gone. Reactor went up again, and I think DoMiNaToR has a bit of trouble with the money, but he's sitting on 2,000. Now building up his supply center again.
Unit lost.
Oh, and all the quads coming and killing all those tank hunters, and there's only one tank hunter in this bunker. But because they're all in this listing outpost. Oh, but listing outpost being stopped! And all tank hunters been killed. We also have here some quads stopping this and now making the way free for a worker to build a supply station there. Oh, this doesn't look good for DoMiNaToR at all. Quads now finishing off the supply center, which was just rebuilt. Now going for the listing outposts, but I think they should have gone for the supply center instead and finish it off. But now DoMiNaToR stopped this attack and keeps his supply center. Losing the supply center would have been crucial. I think DoMiNaToR should have surrendered now by then. Tunnel still not built up. I think the worker got shot there by the artillery platform. All the oil rigs are gone in the middle, and bit of a slow play there by HerB. He should retake this supply ASAP and get this third supply stock under his control again. Palace going up, and a few jeeps have been prepared. But he's giving his opponent too much time to rebuild. He should really do some, apply some more pressure on his enemy. So we have 2 jeeps incoming, but the Helix is there and is ready to stop the supply. So the jeep is going to attack the supply center or not. Oh, Helix is. Oh, this was close. Helix almost got shot down there. We can see a listing outpost driving around here, searching for some tunnels, but not spotting one. And still, no supply center here at all by HerB. HerB, you are completely failing at this. I just have to say this. Black market now going up. And DoMiNaToR is slowly but surely rebuilding his base and getting into a better shape. Stinger side going up there top right against possible Helix attacks. What is this Helix doing? Why is he flying to the top? Ah, okay, so he stops there. That's okay. German Cal running around there. And getting back into the tunnel. The rocket storm didn't hit him there. And we can see the quads now finishing off those artillery platforms. But where is the worker? I don't see any worker. Where is your worker? No worker there. Command center now going up for DoMiNaToR. This means he is on rank 3 and ready to deploy a bomber. Or artillery strike. Or maybe steal some cash from his enemy. Or doing all three things at the same. Artillery platform's gone. And the worker running all the way up now. But he has shoes, so he is running faster. But driving him to the top of a jeep would have been a smarter decision. I think German Cal will go into Super Saiyan mode in the next few seconds to snipe all those tank hunters. Command center now finished, and we are going to see a bomber and a artillery strike. I think he's going to target this position here to finish off the supply, or maybe the palace.
Unit
And
lost.
yep, it's this position. Yes, German Cal sniping some units.
We have discovered an enemy German Cal.
And German Cal been chased there by 3 listening outposts, and the artillery strike is hitting the supply stash. It's a 2-star artillery strike, and it didn't do anything at all. But there's the bomber, and the bomber coming in, but also not destroying the supply stash, just bringing it into the whole mode. Minigunner now capturing the artillery platform. Why is HerB not building a supply station? Why is he building a tunnel first? Ah, whatever. At least he's building something there. Okay, so this is still the only income source of DoMiNaToR, but still he is able to hold off against HerB, who is sitting on 2 supply stashes. Why are you building a barracks? Why are you not building a supply station there? Why are you building a barracks? I don't understand this game. Angry Mob now moving all the way to the right with no AK-47s. Angry Mobs without AK-47s are useless. There's also still this one Helix to stop this Angry Mob with ease. How is this even possible that DoMiNaToR is still in this game? I don't get it. Finally this supply stash is going up, so this means HerB now sitting on 3 supply stashes, so definitely ahead with the income. He is so far ahead, 3,000 cash for HerB and DoMiNaToR 700. DoMiNaToR now moving in with a few units. What is HerB doing? HerB is building up black markets. And a few more tunnels. And there's the Helix. Helix easily destroying the angry mob. What a waste of a mob. Sure thing that they were angry, because there were no air support at all. I would be angry too. 4 quads now on the way, but the listening outposts are going to demolish the quad cannons. Helix now moving to the top position, which is a good decision because there is no stinger side. A single side is just going up, but not finished yet. Or finishing off his own listening outpost with his own bomber. Missing outpost now. Helix now finishing off a few buildings there, while Quartz need to protect the base. That is a completely smart move there by DoMiNaToR. Great move there, forcing his enemy to pop out all those Quartz in this main base while the Helix can move in. Which should move in. Which is not moving in. Okay, RPG is going up in flames, and the Helix now moving in to destroy the supply stash. Stinger sight went up, but is in a such weird position that it is not able to destroy this Helix. Supply stash still alive, but it has a reason, because the Helix needs to fly away to not get demolished. Quartz now getting back into the tunnel, and the Scud Storm going up. Quartz now being popped out, so the supply stash lives on. DoMiNaToR sitting on 2000, while HerB is sitting on 1000 cash, and he is still building more and more black markets. So many troops for DoMiNaToR. But there's a Jam Kel on the battlefield, so it's a good thing to put those soldiers into helixes. And also this helix survived, so this is a good thing for DoMiNaToR to have 3 helixes now, filled up with many soldiers, plus those listening outposts. They are going to be a good meat shield there. And finish off all the Quartz. More and more black markets going up. What is HerB fearing? To be honest, what does he fear? There are 3 helixes on the battlefield and a few listening outposts. He's turtling in like crazy. What does he fear? This game should have ended a long time ago. Technical coming in and spotting the Helix army. Here it is. He sees 3 helixes, and this
has been seen by the enemy.
Now the alert should sound, and now HerB should go for some heavy quad attack, because now he sees 3 helixes, and now he should realize, man, I need many quads now. And is he popping out those quads? I hope so. There's those quads at the top, a bomber coming in and finishing off a tunnel. And the helix is now demolishing some structures there. Also good range there on the palace. Wow. Doing a pretty good job at destroying the palace. Also arms still like gone. And where are the quads? Quads are there at the top. And Helix is flying away. That's a very smart decision by DoMiNaToR to fly away. That was a good move there. Considering that DoMiNaToR has 0 income, that was a very smart move. And that's true. DoMiNaToR has 0 income, so I think he gave up a few minutes ago, saying, man, I lost this game anyway, so just play for fun now. And his playing for fun turns out to be a good strategy. HerB now rebuilding his arms dealer, and he's sitting on 5,000 cash.
Our work is complete. Building construction has been completed.
I think he should also add a second arms dealer here to the mix, or even a third arms dealer. He can afford this with his many black markets. DoMiNaToR on the other side has his listening outpost there. And he really needs to destroy the Scud Storm. If the Scud Storm launches its missiles, it's going to be GG, because then DoMiNaToR is losing everything. And DoMiNaToR knows it, so he is moving in with his helixes now. But not at the bottom left. Oh, listening outpost being finished off. DoMiNaToR now tries it at the top, where there's only one stinger set, but there are quads, and the quads will be able to stop this aggression of the helixes. And the helixes flying away, only finished off one tunnel there, another stinger site going up. And helixes now flying back. And we have a bomber coming in. Scudstorm at 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so the clock is ticking. Oh, look at those many stinger sites. Holy shit. Helix is now moving in and ripping off those quads, but taking a lot of damage. And I think one Helix is going down, and yes, it is. One Helix is been destroyed, and we still have one hurt Helix and one full health Helix. An EMP coming in to disable the stinger sites, and the supply stage being shot. Man, those stinger sites have a long range. But that's not good that Dominator lost one Helix. That's one more direction into the loss. So stinger sites disabled, and Helix is now moving in to destroy the tunnel and the stinger sites. So completely ripping away the top left base. Quads here slowly moving to the top left, and we have a dozer. Look at this. So Dominator still hopes to be in the game and wants to build a supply center there. I really like the effort of Dominator to be still in this game, but 4 quad cannons chasing this dozer, and the Helix cannot engage this because 4 quads are too much, and those Helixes are heavily damaged and are going down, and that's the GG. Dominator lost, has nothing else to throw at this enemy, and Dominator has been defeated. This game was horrible, but Dominator put in a good effort and really showed his opponent that he is a very high level player. But the game itself was 17 minutes too long. Just saying it right there. Okay, so HerB gets his first win. This means we have 2 wins for Dominator and 1 win for HerB. Just look at this. HerB collected so much cash, and Dominator collected only 40,000, and then still the game dragged on for 21 minutes. Wow. Let's go over to the next match. The next match is on Lagoon, a very beautiful map and created by Relax. We have a GLA Demolition and we have a Toxin General, so Dominator with Toxin and HerB with Demolition. I usually don't like GLA mirrors, but considering that we have 2 good players in this match, I think we are going to see a good GLA mirror. So, fake barracks going up to build the tunnel here at the left side more faster. And we have a tunnel going up at the right side by HerB. There's a counter worker, and I think he is going to build up a demo trap next to the worker. No, screw it, he's going to build a tunnel, which is a good decision because he's Toxin General, and this tunnel is superior to this tunnel. So a good decision there by Dominator, but let's hope that the tunnel is not shooting at the worker who's standing inside the tunnel, and the worker survives this, and the tunnel can go up. There's a demo trap going up by HerB, which is not going to be able to stop this tunnel, and the tunnel finished. Car coming in, and the demo trap has been stopped at 98%. Car driving into the tunnel, and tunnel is gone. Perfect played by Dominator. Also, your tunnel on the left side finished, and the RPGs now garrison those buildings which are damaged. Worker also here on the way to build a tunnel there at the middle. There it is, and we have 2 supply stashes there for Mr. Dominator. HerB sitting on 2 supply stashes, 1 arms dealer, 1 barracks. Moving in with here with a technical to stop this tunnel, but there are 2 counter jeeps and 1 terrorist to blow up those technicals, but didn't succeed. Ooh, this was actually a terror attack. Unsuccessful tower attack. And demo trap been destroyed. No cancel on this demo trap. So 400 cash lost right there. Or 250? I think it was 400 cash for a demo trap. Technical of Dominator coming in, and I think there are terrorists inside. No, there's nothing inside, but he's able to kill those workers. To cripple the income of his opponent. Always a good decision. Tunnel finished, but is going to be destroyed just in the next few seconds. Technical was destroyed there by the counter jeeps. But also the counter jeeps are now finishing off the jeeps. And getting back into the tunnel. I think the worker will die in the next few seconds. And there he goes. The worker died and the tunnel will be gone in no time. I think the RPGs should shoot on the building, and yes, they are doing so now, and the tunnel gone. Jeeps coming in and crippling the income of his enemy again, killing all the workers easily. And we have a third supply stash here for Dominators, who is sitting on 3 supply stashes, like I said, and building up his second arms dealer. So not going for pillars, but for 2 arms dealers.
That was a lot of work.
Some jeeps driving around here for absolutely no reason at all. Maybe they want to kill some workers.
It still runs. We take
what
what
we
we
They
need.
don't have units inside, so their purpose is just to kill some workers, which seems like not to be a successful move. Nice boxed in here. Technical cannot do anything. Also have some random demo traps here around HerB's base, which I really like, but one should also been established here. Lots of troops there by Dominator to attack the tunnel and finish it off completely. And we have another jeep, so another successful harassment there by Dominator. Not driving over those workers though, but finishing them off. And losing the jeep. I think he should have gone for the driving over thing. Now Scorpions versus Scorpions, but the Dominator Scorpions are superior because they have the toxin shells. And the Scorpion... no, both players have the Scorpion rockets, but Dominator has the toxin shells, like I said, and so his Scorpions are more superior. Only 4 workers here to gather resources. And let's see if another jeep is coming in here. Why is there no tunnel? There should at least be a tunnel after 3 successful harassments. Alderac now been shot. And Dominator now going for the oil grab. And will most likely only get 1 oil. But the Alderac here is still alive and looks like he's getting the oil. His Stinger side going up at the right side. And tunnel gone. And the supply stash is in big trouble and will be gone in no time. There's also RPG to occupying this bunker. And there's a surrender. So HerB has surrendered. Which means Dominator sitting on 3 wins and HerB on 1 win. You can see that both players created an equal amount of units. Almost equal, I mean. Overall, good harassments there by Dominator to apply pressure on his enemy. And constantly killing those workers. That was a good move. The next fight takes place on Flashfire. That's a map which I like. It's a good map. You have those middle supplies, you have those 2 Alderacs there in the middle, you have nice water. Big shout out to Squaggle. And yeah. So we have a Toxin General there and Toxin General on the other side. So a Toxin Mirror it is. HerB versus DoMiNaToR the 5th time and action. So seems like HerB is going to build all of his structures in the middle. And DoMiNaToR plays it safe and plays down all of his structures in behind at his main base. Preparing a terror attack while his enemy going for 2 supply stashes right away and also preparing a terror attack. There's the arms dealer going up. And the second supply stash also now on the way for Mr. DoMiNaToR. You can also see that HerB is going for an oil grab. Oh, and killing all those workers, denying the tunnel. Very good move there by HerB, stopping those buildings. But we can see a tunnel going up there at the bottom side, and this could mean trouble there for HerB at his second supply. You can also see a jeep coming in to release a worker there to build up the tunnel. Oh, jeep been destroyed. Another jeep coming in and will do some damage there. There are 4 terrorists inside, I think, and they are released between both buildings and blowing both up, but buildings both survived. You can also see here a technical finishing of this one worker and a tunnel going up there on the left side. 3 jeeps there to attack the second supply now. So many jeeps on this map, holy shit. This jeep will run into a toxin tunnel and is not going to do anything, but there are the terrorists and... but the arms dealer survives. No damage done at all. 3 jeeps now incoming at the top position and they will stop this arms dealer. Arms dealer under attack. It finishes, but it will be destroyed in no time. Also terrorists running around there and killing 1 worker. Poor worker. Terrorist jeep driving back by HerB and try to defend his base, which is a good decision. Also this Toxin Rebel killing so many soldiers. And tunnel been denied and looks like DoMiNaToR's attack failed. But the arms dealer is gone. Which was a good thing. All the jeeps gone and HerB defended his base successfully. There's the next arms dealer up. And DoMiNaToR has secured his second supply stash very well. Also worker here running around at the beach. This could be the next love story. Worker in love at the beach with nice sun and water, everything else. Quad denying the tunnel and driving back. And the worker here building up a tunnel now at the right side, which is a good place for a tunnel. Running here to the top, coming dangerously close to this arms dealer. I think he will place on a tunnel there. Oh, maybe not. What is this worker doing? He's just running straight into his death. Ah, no, he's stopping there. And let's see if we're going to see a tunnel. Jeep coming in now from the bottom. And HerB at the same time now attacking from the top left to attack the base of DoMiNaToR. Jeep coming in and detonating. The arms dealer gone, but it remains in the hole mode. And still no tunnel going up for DoMiNaToR. Tunnel going up for HerB. And the Quartz Plus RPGs moving in. There's only one tunnel to protect this. 2 tunnels, I mean. Also a Scorpion in the mix. But DoMiNaToR still has a few units to protect his base. But seems like he's going to wait a bit longer. Till he has enough units to stop this attack. Main supply will be gone in no time, and he's not moving in, he's moving back with his units, and tunnel gone, and arms dealer in danger. There are now 4 quad cannons by DoMiNaToR, and I think this is going to be enough to stop this attack. Barracks been sold, and DoMiNaToR decides to retreat, go back into the tunnel and save his units and give up this main supply. HerB now using this moment and building a tunnel there to claim this main supply, and HerB won this match. DoMiNaToR is defeated. This means HerB gets another win. Yeah, we can see that DoMiNaToR created more units, and yeah, HerB collected more cash and therefore won this match by building more important units, for example the Scorpion. And yeah, I think HerB had the better play here in this match, and he took this win. And here in the last match we are going to see Melting Snow, created by Redax and the Voodoo Banshee. We have a laser general for HerB, and we have a super weapon general for DoMiNaToR. I think we are going to see a drop fest here in the next few seconds. There's a barracks by DoMiNaToR preparing a drop, and looks like HerB is not going for a drop, he's going for the 2 supply center build. DoMiNaToR keeps his command center, and oh no, now he's selling the command center. Oh, laser locking down the spy drone, nice move. HerB is not doing the same thing, and so the spy drone remains. War factory going up for HerB, but no barracks inside. There's a chopper dropping some missile defenders, but not able to bring down one single chopper. And there is the Humvee to counter those 2 missile defenders. In the meantime, DoMiNaToR looks like he's preparing an attack now with Humvees. 2 Humvees now there by HerB to kill those missile defenders and not and losing 1 Humvee there. Okay, so missile defender stopped, drop failed, and choppers can collect supplies again. 1 full Humvee now on the way by DoMiNaToR. And there's only 1 chopper mining from this supply. Okay, so looks good for HerB. 2 Humvees against 1 Humvee, and I think HerB is going to win this fight. 3 Humvees now there on the battlefield, and the Humvee of DoMiNaToR needs to retreat because this is too much action for him. Still only 1 chopper there mining from the supply, so reduced income for DoMiNaToR. And Humvee of DoMiNaToR gone. HerB in a perfect shape in this match, and DoMiNaToR now engaging from the bottom. Try to do some damage there. You can see that HerB is sitting on 600 and DoMiNaToR on 800. Humvee coming in there. There are only 4 missile defenders left. Chopper been laser locked down, and Dominator only sitting on 2 choppers left. 3 choppers actually. HerB now standing behind the main supply, and Dominator has troubles to stop this attack. HerB in behind the main supply of HerB been destroyed. And Dominator in a lot of trouble now.
Unit lost.
Oh, a little Humvee fight there going on. And HerB wins this fight. Which means the missile defenders can continue laser locking down those choppers.
Unit lost.
Dominator on 0 cash and HerB on 700. And Dominator really struggles in this game against his opponent, losing another chopper. So only 2 choppers left for Dominator, and Dominator pressing the surrender button. This means 3-3 for both players. Good comeback there by HerB. And nice matches there, except for the one on Heartland Child or Leipzig Lowlands or whatever the name was. I think Leipzig Lowlands. This game was horrible, but rest of the matches well played. So we can see that HerB created more units and collected more cash. And that's it for the games of the 4th round, because Rage dropped out. He is preparing himself for the final degree for his doctor, if I got this right. So he's very busy with studying. No time for 0 hour. And so I kicked him out of the tournament and deleted all games against him. Which means these were the last matches of the 4th round, and only 12 matches of the 5th round are missing. Anyway, this is your cncHD, and I thank you very much for watching. And see you in another game. Bye bye.